pressure there, which kudos to them. They confused the kids up front a little bit, and just that one possession was really it's all that was the game.
Well, just talk about what you guys accomplished. I don't think a lot of people picture you guys being not only here in the state semifinals, but you know, be within the possession of getting to the state final. And then both of you can answer that question.
Yeah, I mean, all season we were talked about how we were in the lower division of our back. We talked about how we shouldn't be here, but every team thought we weren't that great. We proved we won big games. We beat a good Aberdeen team who won the upper division in our age group. We won a close regional championship game. The game after that was a nice one-point game. Teams were just didn't think we were that good, but we were that good.
Yeah, talk about that, Coach. Just kind of use it. I'm sure you use that as motivation throughout the, you know, especially I guess from mid-season on.
Yeah, I mean our culture. We've talked about our culture all year long. I mean this is not our first rodeo down here. This is our third time since I've been coaching there in 12 years. So this is not new to our program, but these guys just believe they had a higher belief. You know, and I think you go through the season, you wonder how good you are. You wonder. You're beating people by 30, by 40. You wonder how good you are, and then you play an Aberdeen team and beat them, you know, who won the upper division and supposedly is supposed to be the best up in Harford County. Well, they weren't. We were. And then you get to a scenario where you get into playoffs and you gotta grind it out. And then you play, you know, an Edmondson team by the Baltimore Sun. I guess is 12 or 13 or something like that. I can't distinguish them from us. So I think, you know, the culture that we have at Patterson Mill is beautiful. The kids love each other. You can see by the emotion of these kids next to me. Try not to look over at them. This was just another one of the special teams that we had at Patterson Mill, and I miss the boys dearly.
Coach, as you mentioned, you've been here a couple times. I know with CJ you were here once or twice.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the difference of going to Maryland and coming here. Is it harder to get up for a game when you're not going to University of Maryland with the bright lights and the big stadium? Talk to me about that.
That's a good question. I don't think so. I mean, for us, every game's the biggest game of the year. You hear me say big day, it's a chance to get better every day that we're in the gymnasium. So I don't think that affects us too much at all, really. But I tell you what, this is a much different environment. If I was anybody making the rules, there's no way I'd be back here again. I'd go to College Park for the semifinals every single time. It's like you said, there's just something to it. It's just lovely. But you know, did it change the game? I don't think so at all.
Quick question for Tyree. I know you're a senior. Could you just summarize your career here at Patterson Mill?
Nobody even thought I would be finishing high school. I went through so much. Dropped out and came back, and nobody really thought he was going to be somebody in the streets. But I'm here right now, and it's people looking at me to play basketball, and I'm gonna play basketball. And I just want to prove everybody wrong. And tonight was a chance to do that, and we fell short at the end. It just breaks my heart.
Coach, I'm not sure if anyone asked this. I came in a minute late, but it seemed like you guys had a lot of turnovers tonight. Was there something defensively, schematically that they did? Or have you guys been facing turnover issues all year?
No, not at all. Edmondson's good, man.
Yeah.
They don't play like a regular defense. Today, actually, in all the games that I scouted, this is probably the more base set defense that they ran. But they try to trap you, they try to pressure you the entire basketball game and get you up and down and get you out of your sorts. So kudos to them. Yeah, it was more so them than it was, you know, anything that we've done all year, averaging like, you know, between 12, 13 turnovers a game, somewhere between there. So, yeah, no, they're just good.
You know, it's tough to lose last game, Coach, but again, just talk about this journey with these young men, especially after not having a season last year. Or did you have a season? I don't know.
We did, trying to get me all choked up a little bit, I think. Yeah, man, I mean, I love those guys. You know, they came in practice like you wouldn't believe every day. Everything they got, every minute that we're out there. You know, we don't have, he's going to going on scholarship for lacrosse. Like he said, he's coming back off of extraordinary circumstances. I couldn't be more proud of him. We got our point guard number 4 is a soccer guy, lacrosse guy that's played basketball his whole life, and just going out there and giving everything he's got. I mean, obviously you got Kyle, who's had an amazing year with I think 9 or 10 30-point games this year. So he's going to go play college ball. But and you got Drew Pape, sophomore. I'm throwing him out there to the Wolves against Edmondson, 6'4" sophomore point guard, who golly, he's got a bright future. So he's a dog, yeah. And then the guys on the bench just coming in here. I mean, we got this kid, Fletcher Steinkraus, who's barely played all year. Yesterday, when we get ready to leave, he reminds us about a scout situation that we missed in practice. He's like, Coach, you want to work on their double high? You saw him run it like multiple times today, that little horn stagger set up top. We're looking like, gee, like, can we get 6 more practices, 7? Yeah, so to me, just speaks to our culture, speaks to the kids. And, I'm going to go look at those guys here in a few seconds.